Hello students, today I will again continue the chapter periodic table. Today I will start from ionization potential or ionization energy or ionization enthalpy. What is ionization potential? The energy required to remove an electron from a neutral isolated gaseous atom and convert it into a positively charged gaseous ion is called ionization potential IP or ionization energy IE or first ionization energy IE1. This means an electron in an atom is held by electrostatic force of attraction of the positively charged proton in the nucleus. However, and by supplying energy, it is possible to remove electrons from the atom. This is M. M can be any element. So first ionization energy is amount of energy required to remove one valence electron from the outermost cell. See here, M can be any element, and first ionization energy is less than second ionization energy, and second ionization energy is less than third ionization energy, and so on. Because first ionization energy removes the electron from a neutral atom, while second ionization energy removes electrons from a positive ion, and also third ionization energy removes from positive ion. Here electrons are tightly bound by the positive atom due to increased attraction force. For this, second ionization energy is higher than first and third ionization energy is higher than second. Now, unit of ionization energy. Ionization energy is measured in electron volt per atom, eV per atom, and its SI unit is kg joule per mole. Now, trends in ionization energy. Down a group, ionization energy decreases as one moves down a group, and across a period, the ionization energy tends to increase as one moves from left to right across a period. Now, factors on which ionization energy depends: atomic size. If atomic size increases, ionization energy decreases, because atomic size increases force of attraction. If atomic size increases, force of attraction decreases. Since the electrons of the outermost cell, see here, lie further away from the nucleus, thus makes their removal easier. That is, less ionization energy is required. Next, nuclear charge. With increase in nuclear charge, the force of attraction between nucleus and valence electrons increases. Consequently, more energy is required to remove valence electrons. Hence, ionization energy increases with increasing nuclear charge. Next, scaling effect. So, when size of atom and nuclear charge increases simultaneously, that is down a group, the size of atom dominates the magnitude of nuclear charge. As a result, ionization energy decreases with an increase in atomic size. That is, ionization energy decreases as one moves down a group, and across a period, due to simultaneous increase in nuclear charge and decrease in atomic size, the valency electrons are more and more tightly held by the nucleus. Therefore, amount of energy required to remove an electron keeps on increasing. Now, scattering effect. In case of scattering effect, the cell between nucleus and valency electrons reduce the force of attraction between nucleus and valency electrons. The reduction in force of attraction by the cell present between the nucleus and valency electrons is called screening or shielding effect. Greater the atom of cell, see, there is a cell between nucleus and valency electrons. Greater the number of cells in between nucleus and valency electron, lesser will be the electron nucleus attraction and lesser will be the ionization potential or ionization energy, because electron then easily removed from the outermost cell. Now, in case of stable electronic configuration, the electronic configuration is stable if 8 electrons are present in outermost orbit. Except helium, it has duplet configuration, that is 2 electrons in the outermost orbit. All atoms have a tendency to acquire stable configuration. Therefore, the elements or ions already having the stable electronic configuration do not want to lose electrons. Hence, elements or ions with stable configuration have high value of fast ionization energy. Means helium will have the highest ionization energy. Now see example, second period element. The example of second period element: lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. General trend: across a period, ionization energy increases as atomic size decreases and nuclear charge increases. So, electrons need more energy to remove from the outermost orbit. For this, ionization energy increases. But in case of beryllium and boron and nitrogen and oxygen, beryllium is more stable than boron and nitrogen is more stable than oxygen due to half-filled and full-filled orbital. And this half-filled and full-filled orbital, we will read about all this in higher classes. So in reality, ionization energy, first lithium, then boron, beryllium, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, fluorine and neon. Neon in second period, neon has most ionization potential due to stable electronic configuration. Now see in third period, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine and argon. General trend: across a period, ionization energy increases, but in case of magnesium and aluminum and phosphorus and sulfur, magnesium is more stable than aluminum and phosphorus is more stable than sulfur. So ionization of magnesium is more than aluminum and ionization of phosphorus is more than sulfur. Therefore, in reality, ionization energy increases first sodium, then aluminum, magnesium, silicon, sulfur, phosphorus, chlorine and argon. Argon has the highest ionization energy in third period due to stable electronic configuration. Now see Downer group. Group 13 element: boron, aluminium, gallium, indium and thallium. Germ-10 Downer group. With increasing atomic number, nuclear charge decreases due to the addition of extra shell. Valence electron is far from nucleus and attraction of nucleus gradually decreases. For this, ionization energy also decreases. That is, electron can easily remove. Actually, thallium and gallium have more ionization energy due to poor shielding effect. Now, what is shielding effect? This means the reduction in force of attraction by the shell present in between nucleus and valence electrons is called shielding effect. Due to imperfect electronic configuration of gallium and thallium have poor shielding effect. So effective nuclear charge is higher and electron need more energy to remove, hence ionization energy is also increases. So actual reactant: first boron, thallium, gallium, aluminum and indium. Now I will discuss about electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy. The amount of energy released while converting a neutral gaseous isolated atom into a negatively charged gaseous ion, means anion, by the addition of electron is called electron affinity. The magnitude of electron gain enthalpy indicates how tightly an additional electron is bound to an atom. A high value of electron gain enthalpy indicates that the addition electron is strongly bound, while a low value indicates that the new electron is weakly bound. Unit: electron volt per atom, eV per atom or kilojoule per mole. Electron affinity is represented by negative sign. And factors on which electron affinity depends: atomic size. First, smaller the size of atom, stronger is the attraction of its nucleus for the electron to be added. Thus, smaller the size of atom, greater is the electron affinity. Nuclear charge: greater the nuclear charge, greater is the electron affinity, because increase in nuclear charge increases the effective attractive force on the valency electron. And electronic configuration: in case of electronic configuration, an atom with stable electronic configuration has no tendency to gain electron. Such atoms have zero or almost zero electron affinity. Now, change in electron affinity. Downer group: electron affinity decreases Downer group, that is, moving from the top to bottom in a group. And across a period, electron affinity increases as one moves from left to right. The electron affinity decreases Downer group because Downer group there is simultaneous increase in atomic size and nuclear charge with increasing atomic number. However, the effect of increase in size is greater than increase in nuclear charge. As a result, the incoming electron feels lesser attraction by the larger atom and hence electron affinity decreases. Now see, but the second period element have lower electron affinity than the next heavier number of the group. This unexpected behavior is related to small size of this element, a larger repulsion between the electrons already present in the valency shell and the electron being added accounts for a lower attraction. Hence, first member of each group has lowest electron affinity than other. Now, across a period, electron affinity increases due to increase in nuclear charge. Now, in a period, across a period, electron affinity of halogen is most. Halogen have the highest electron affinity because according to their electronic configuration, 7 electrons in its outermost shell. See, 7 electrons in its outermost shell. Thus, it has only 1 electron less than the stable noble gas configuration. In order to acquire the noble gas configuration, halogen have maximum tendency to accept an additional electron. Therefore, highest electron affinity. And in case of noble gas, C neon have stable electronic configuration, hence no tendency to take an additional electron. Now see group 17. Electron affinity of fluorine is less than chlorine. This is because of compact size of fluorine. It has only 2 cells. It has only 2 cells as compared to 3 cells in chlorine. When an electron is added to relatively compact cell, there are strong repulsions between the electrons already present and the one being added. Thus, the incoming electron does not feel much attraction. Hence, electron affinity of fluorine is small. On the other hand, electron is added to the relatively large cell in case of chlorine, which can easily accommodate the additional electron. Thus, electron affinity of chlorine is large. Now, I will discuss about electronegativity, means force of attraction. The tendency of an atom in a molecule to attract the shared pair of electrons towards itself is called its electronegativity. Factors on which electronegativity depends: atomic size and nuclear charge. Trends in electronegativity: down a group. Electronegativity decreases down a group, and across a period, electronegativity increases from left to right in a period. Greater the size of atom, lesser the electronegativity, since electrons being further away from the nucleus and experience a lesser force of attraction. See group 1. In case of hydrogen, there is only 1 cell. In case of lithium, there is 2 cells. In case of sodium, there is 3 cells. And in case of potassium, there is 4 cells due to their electronic configuration. So, we see that when we move from top to bottom with increasing atomic number, electron is added in different cell and valency electron is gradually moved far away from the nucleus, experience a lesser force of attraction. So, down a group with increasing atomic number, size increases and nuclear charge decreases, and electronegativity also decreases. Now across a period, see second period element, from lithium to nitrogen, with increasing atomic number, electron is added in the same cell. See, electron is added in the same cell. But as proton number also increases, with increasing atomic number, nuclear charge, which depends on number of proton, also increases. So electrons are strongly attracted by the nucleus and inward pull is experienced. For this across a period, means from left to right, when atomic number increases, size decreases and nuclear charge increases and also electronegativity increases. Now see the properties of element at a glance. See this property of element down a group. Number of cell increases, valency same, atomic size increases, metallic character increases, non-metallic character decreases, ionization potential decreases, electron affinity decreases, electronegativity decreases, acidic property decreases, basic property increases, oxidizing property decreases, reducing property increases, and periodic property across a period is just opposite to the Downer group. Now the chapter periodic table is completed. Hope now you will have no problem to understand this chapter. Thank you.